the big day. So this last challenge that I'm going to share with you before the big day, there will be something coming tomorrow. I actually just started teasing today that I have a big announcement coming. I will take tomorrow to celebrate and reflect on these amazing 30 years. But on Friday, I will also have another big announcement to make with you. Very excited. Today's challenge, we're getting a little sentimental. I actually combined two challenges that I was asked to do. You'll see, I'll explain in a second. We get a little sentimental, and thank you guys for joining me for these 30 days and having fun with me. Let me know which one was your favorite. I was going back and I was talking to Christy today, and she was asking which one was your favorite. The first one where we brought the megaphone in public and shared our message in a public place. That one was a little bit scary. Writing the poem and sharing that side of my life with you, that was really fun to break out of my shell and share that with you, because that is a dream of mine, to write a poetry book and share more of that. But to do it publicly for the first time was definitely something new and scary. Doing the magic trick was fun. Baking a cake blindfolded was fun. Oh, of course, doing a webinar while eating spicy food was also crazy and fun. This one is sentimental, thanking some people in my life and sharing the reasons why I love them, and how I know that they love me through their very specific love languages. I don't name anyone in this, so as you're listening, you might think, hey, I know who that is, or that's me, maybe. Some little surprises in there. So enjoy the final day of Jack's Impacts. I will go live over the next couple days and share some reflections, some lessons, and a big announcement coming on Friday. We've been giving some little teasers for that, so you can enjoy. All right, my friends, I love your faces. Thank you for enjoying these days with me. Thank you for celebrating with me. Today is the last day of my 20s. I can't believe it. All right, here we go. Today's challenge was to call a friend or family member and tell them 30 reasons why I love them. And I also had another challenge come through that was to make a list of 30 people and thank them for the ways that they shaped my life. And so I kind of morphed these two together, and when I started writing, it almost kind of turned into another poem. And what's kind of cool about it is that it's not specific to one person. You listening to this, you might even recognize an interaction between us that might have influenced these 30 reasons. So one of the things that I see so often is that we talk about the 5 love languages, but I've noticed that there are certainly more than 5. Here are mine. Number 1, my brother wears a 3-piece suit to my birthday every year. He wore it again to the first time my poetry lived in public and not just on a page. Number 2, another friend who every time I say I love you responds, I know, but they say it in how they show up at my door when I'm scared of the dark or when my house feels too empty. Number 3, empty, was something I felt for months until I was stitched back together with a text every day saying, what's your happy? He probably didn't know it at the time, the man whose name means the same as mine, that some days those happy threads were the only things that kept me together. Number 4, my fight or flight woman, fighter for her spirit, flight because she invites herself on my vacations. She doesn't let people get too close to her, so the first time she called me friend, I wore that like a badge of honor. Number 5, I lived 29 years believing I was a forest fire until you told me I was an ocean and I believed you. Number 6, you understood what it meant when I wrote you a card in Braille so I can show you what my love for you feels like. Number 7, our secret language. You know that when I put my hands behind my back, you know that means rescue me. You were always there to rescue me before I knew I needed to be saved. Number 8, for always leaving love notes in my suitcase and pretending not to know what I'm talking about when I find them. Number 9, because you are the least aggressive person, but you do it in a cute aggression way, like threatening to throw my poems in a fire to warm your hands, or exchanging my organic for non-organic produce. I think it's so funny. Number 10, we play the trust fall game, or more like, I play the trust fall game with no warning, without hesitation, in hallways, staircases. You never let me hit the ground. You've always picked me up when I needed you. Number 11, you made sure I got home safely, even when we weren't together that night. Number 12, I was 21, broke and broken. You paid for my flight so I could come back and find closure. Number 13, you sewed an old sweater into a pillowcase for me. Anywhere I go with it, it feels like home. Number 14, it's been 9 years and I still have the rose you gave me at my cousin's funeral. It has survived so many moves and transformations, and so have we. Number 15, you teach me that loving myself more does not mean loving anyone else less. Because of you, I had the strength to move forward. Number 16, you refused to sing any of the love songs on your set list and only sang songs of social justice. I stand taller because of you. Number 17, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm trying to convince you to go back to bed. You say, stay here, I have something for you. And you bring me back a pill bottle full of nickels, beaming like it's the most profound gift you've ever given. Number 18, we have the same birthday, and on that day I celebrate that it's the day we get to call ours at the same time. Where would I be if I hadn't met you? By being in the right place at the right time. Number 19, when I got fired from what I thought was my dream job, you took me out and told them it was my birthday so I would get a free dessert. I didn't realize that day was a rebirth. Number 20, you pulled me out of class to tell me I had too much potential to waste moping over a silly boy. I didn't know how you knew. You told me after grading my essays I should be a writer. I didn't believe you until now. Number 21, the kids schemed to throw me in the pool. I was soaking wet for hours. You made me shoes out of cardboard and duct tape. I kept them for years. Number 22, my emergency contact and forever friend. You ran to my side for a broken wrist, a bruised heart, and when the paparazzi threw me out of his car in the middle of nowhere, life with you has been far from dull. Number 23, you knew my words before you knew me. You were one of the few that read my work religiously, and when I get lost, you always remind me that I will find myself by picking up my pen. Number 24, you order dessert first. I have never met someone so sweet. Number 25, you took your time. You showed me all the cards until I understood. It may as well have been 52 pickup. I got so lost in playing the game. You sat with me in the parking lot for hours until I made the call. Number 26, you knew the job was yours. You turned down opportunities and waited for me until I knew it too. I can't imagine doing life without you. Number 27, we have never really spoken, but the first time we do, you send me a 6-minute Voxer telling me to believe all the cliches because they're true. I carry that with me everywhere I go now. Number 28, you never correct anyone when they say your name wrong. You are so beautiful and compassionate that you even let people call you what you are not. I call you my sister and I will always defend your name. Number 29, my first mentor. You took me in, you told me if you can get through this, you can get through anything. You say that every time, and I somehow always seem to. Number 30, this was the hardest one for me to put on paper. Writer's block isn't because you don't have anything to say, it's more often because you have too much and don't know where to start. So thank you for your heart. There it is. Thank you again for joining me for these 30 days of Jack's Impact Challenges. I will be back tomorrow and Friday with some more announcements and fun. Thank you again. I'm so thrilled to be spending the last day of my 20s with you right now, sharing that. Thank you so much. I love your faces. I will see you tomorrow.